Hey guys, Jared Keys here today, and I'm here to talk to you guys about how you can calculate your macros and find your calories in order to lose weight. Let's get it. Alrighty guys, so the first step to calculating your calories and your macros would be finding your TDEE, or your total daily energy expenditure. And essentially what that is it's a reading of all the calories that you kind of burn throughout, or not kind of, but all the calories that you burn throughout the day. The key to fat loss is simple, guys. You just have to be in a caloric deficit. So our goal is to eat less food than our TDEE, and that will allow us to lose body fat and lose weight. So in order to find your TDEE, there's actually a formula, but I do recommend you guys try some calculators online. All it requires from you is your age, your height, your weight, your gender, how often you work out, both lifting weights and doing cardio, and what your estimated body fat percentage is. In health and fitness, when we say somebody is eating in a surplus, that essentially means that they are eating more calories than their TDEE. And when we say that someone's eating in a deficit, that essentially means that they're eating less calories than their TDEE. Alrighty guys, so once you have found out what your TDEE is, the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to basically want to figure out, what your macros want to be. So the first step that you want to do is, determine if you want to lose weight, you want to maybe subtract 500 calories from your TDEE. So say that your total daily energy expenditure is 2,500 calories. You're going to want to eat only 2,000 calories. And basically that's going to allow you to create a deficit in which you're going to lose roughly a pound to, a half a pound per week on average. So now we know that we need to eat 2,000 calories per day in order to lose about a pound per week on average. So the next thing that we need to do is actually determine what macros would actually optimize that fat loss so that we're mostly losing body fat, we're not really losing any muscle. The first step that we want to do is we want to calculate how much protein we're going to be eating per day. I like to go with about a pound or a gram per pound of body weight. So say if a person weighs 170 pounds, we're going to go with 170 grams of protein. And that's a pretty easy guideline. You can even go a little bit less, like as low as, maybe 0.8 grams per pound of muscle or lean body mass. But really, I like to go with 1. I feel like that's just a pretty standard guideline. But that's protein. Alrighty, guys. So the next macronutrient that I like to calculate is actually fat. I actually like to take about 25% of the overall calories that we're, our goal calories. So say, for instance, 2,000. I will multiply that by 25% or take 25% of that, and that'll give me 500 calories. So fat has 9 calories per gram, so we're going to divide 500 by 9. And when we divide 500 by 9, we get 55.555. We're going to just go ahead and round that up to 56. So that means we're going to be eating 56 grams of fat. So if you guys remember, we're going to be eating 170 grams of protein, 56 grams of fat, and now we're going to calculate the carbs. Alrighty guys, so before we can calculate the carbs, we have to know how many calories are in each gram of protein and each gram of carbs, which is 4. So basically what we're going to do with that, guys, is we're going to actually find out how many calories of protein we're eating by multiplying 170 times 4, which will actually give us 680. We know that we're eating 500 calories from fat, so we're going to add that 680 and that 500 together and get 1180. Now, from that 1180, we're going to subtract that from our 2,000, which is our total calories that we're trying to eat per day. We're going to 820. Now, the final step, we're going to get 820 calories from carbs. We're going to divide 820 by 4, and that's going to give us 205 carbs per day. Alrighty guys, so as a recap for our macros, we're going to do 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. We're going to do roughly 25% of our total calories are going to come from fat. And then finally, we're going to add up those two numbers together, our fat calories and our protein calories, subtract that from our total calories, and then get our carb calories. Then we're going to divide our carb calories by 4 to get how many grams of carbs come from those, how many calories come from those grams of carbs. So guys, if you are a 170 pound, person whose TDEE was 2,500 calories, you would want to eat 2,000 calories per day. You would want to have 170 grams of protein because you weigh 170 pounds, or you have 170 pounds of lean body mass. You're going to do 56 grams of fat because that's 25% of the 2,000. And then you're going to do 205 grams of carbs because that is the remainder of the calories left after you add in the protein calories and the fat calories together. Alrighty guys, so that is exactly how you would calculate your calories and your macros in order to lose weight. You could actually do the same thing, which I'll probably make a video in the future, But you can honestly do the same exact calculation, and instead of taking away 500 calories from your TDEE, you can add 500 calories to your TDEE, and that will actually be a surplus, which will allow you to help build muscle. Now, I will say, if you are in a surplus, you're not going to really be able to lose body fat at a good rate at all. If you're in a true surplus, you're actually going to be adding body fat at a very slow rate if you're doing it right. Thank you guys very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please be sure to like. Please be sure to subscribe. Share it with any friends that you might feel could use this information. And be free to comment on any questions you guys might have or any topics you guys want me to expand further on. Thank you guys very much for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one.